my name is Jake Jepson. I'm a security researcher here at Red Balloon Security, and today we're going to be looking at our new X-ray machine. So here we have a board. I don't actually know what this board does. It's just a random board I pulled, but it's a great example use case for this. So normally if I'm doing a security assessment on a board, one of the first things that stands out is we have this little set of pins up here, and they might be a debugging port for this chip. And the first thing I'd do is I'd grab a multimeter, do some continuity testing, but unfortunately this is a BGA package, which means it doesn't have any pins along the outside. They're all underneath the chip here. And that is the perfect use case for our X-ray machine here. So let me go ahead and get it chucked up. Alrighty, so we are now looking at the same set of pins I was looking at before, but now we're looking at them through the X-ray machine, and we can see some cool things here. So we can actually see this one pin over here on the left-hand side isn't connected to anything, but these four, we can actually start to trace their electrical connections throughout the PCB board. So we can see that these come up over here to these resistors, and then they all kind of fall in line over here, and it's definitely going to take a little bit of work, but we can definitely trace that back to the BGA and figure out exactly which pin they are connected to. And this makes figuring out what chip that's connected to and what they do much faster. Additionally, we can also use this machine for looking at other items. Oh, here it is. Cool. So we can also use this machine to look at some interesting items. So here I have a malicious USB cable. It looks exactly like a regular USB cable, and that's kind of the purpose of it. But on this end, that actually has this little orange tag right here. It has a chip embedded in it that does keylogging, has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connections. It can extract files, all sorts of things like that. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Alrighty, so now what we're seeing on screen here is this is what a normal USB connection looks like. We can see the USB-C connector right here, and this is just USB 2.0 for this one. So we have the basic PCB board, and then we have our two data lines and our two power lines right here. So nothing fancy on this side, but if we go ahead and scroll over to the other side, we can see that on this side, we have a little bit more going on. So we have our USB-C connector again, our data lines and power lines again, but we also have this large chip that's present in here. And this is actually fully encased in plastic on this and would be kind of hard to get to, but we can actually go ahead and see through all that plastic with our X-ray machine. So the more you know.